episode of the Freelancers Mindset Shortcast. Thanks so much for being here once again. The person we have with us today is somebody very close to me, who is Vikram, aka Arcus Aryian, because he is a bilingual rapper who has made his own mark in the underground scene from 2017. He is waiting for his upcoming mainstream single in the year 2025. All the very best for that, Vikram, and welcome to the call.
Hi, Meenakshi. How are you?
All good. How's things going? How's all the music,
Great,
everything going out?
great. It's a little hectic, but I'm very excited for the upcoming year. A lot of new stuff from my side, a lot of new art, and there's always things to learn. So I'm taking this space. This complete year was a lot of learning for me, and it's so great. I'm so blessed, to be honest. நிறைய பேருக்கு gratitude இந்த year நான் feel பண்ணேன், which is very very new for me.
Awesome.
Because I've always been on the other side. For example, if someone needs an help, I'll always be there to help. But I've never asked a favor to someone. For example, I don't go and ask, like, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Can you help me out and this or not? Not because it's wrong to ask or I don't feel like asking, but it's fact that I was always feeling that, okay, where should I provide something? இங்க நான் என்னோட இன்புட் எங்க கொடுக்க முடியும், இங்க என்னோட விஷயம் என்ன வந்து I can place it. So I've always been that provider in my life, for example, even in my house, with my friends, everywhere. But this year was all about receiving. A lot of people, really helped me out, and a lot of people just wanted me to grow in my life.
To be honest, I can also resonate with this. It's nice that we are starting off on this positive note, because starting this podcast and everything, I also had to ask for a lot of help. Being a freelancer, I was fully doing it solo. But now when I'm doing a podcast, when I'm launching a book, when I'm doing these things, I can't do it all alone. I need to collaborate with people, and people like you are willingly prioritizing this and coming and doing it for me. So that's amazing. So let me start right there. We met at our full-time job in corporate, and that was like a nice, safe, secure space. And then you left from there and came into the music industry, which is quite risky and unpredictable. So why did you make that shift, and what have you learned along the way?
Yeah, it's actually a nice question. But it was a full-time job, but still I felt like freelancing, why?
I remember.
Why? The breaks that I used to take in the office time, and the last minute leaves, and all these kinds of things didn't really make me feel like I was working in a complete 9 to 5 job. It was a very chill job that I worked. It was the only job that I worked till now, and that's why it's very relevant to talk about it right now. I've moved with a lot of people in my life, and everyone's a daredevil, everyone's a risk taker in their life, and that's how they achieve things. This is how I was born, this is how I saw things. And switching from a corporate job to a freelancing job, I don't call it a risk at all. I just call it a leap of faith.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can replace the word risk by something like, we call it a leap of faith, because higher the risk, higher the reward. I've sat with a lot of people in my life who are dealing with Web3, cryptocurrency, and stock market analysis, and also I have a lot of friends who work in a hedge fund company. So all they talk about is higher the risk, higher the reward. There is a certain element of greediness to it. There is a certain element of too much of ambition to it. And there is also a point where people think, what if I lose? What if I don't make it? What if I purchase a stock and I'm gonna end up in a loss?
Yeah.
Like for example, someone in a futures market will always think about all this stuff. But I've always seen people who are chilled out in their life, who don't care about stuff, and who take calculated risk. That is exactly what I call leap of faith. So when I switched my job, I never even thought about this till the second that I'm taking a risk. I always believe that there is a leap of faith. I know I have a potential in me. I can maximize this potential only if I work for myself, and if I do what I love. Like right from waking up till going back to bed, if I can do what I love, I think I can maximize my potential. That was the first thing that was going through my mind. And this job was never a barrier to me, because I was making music before itself. I was already into this field before itself, but it was a very underground kind of, approach where I was performing more. I never focused myself digitally at all. I never released songs. I never went to a label and told them that, see, I'm an artist. I have this song to give you. Can we make a music video out of it? Can we release this? So I didn't take that approach, but I was basically கூத்தாடின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Basically, I was
Yeah.
doing that. I was a performing artist. I was an independent performing artist. I like performing. I like being on stage. I like talking. I like rapping. And this is, I like presenting myself to the audience. This is what I love. So I was doing that before my work. The work kind of opened a lot of avenues for me, actually, to be honest, in areas where I need to develop myself in the further, stages. So me being a freelancer, if you call it today, I see my job as a stepping stone. So there is
Same here.
yeah, so there is never a point where I have any regrets on it, or I have, like, for example, people say that I was in a system, people are locking me up, I didn't get paid enough and all this stuff. There is nothing like that to me. I was having my time. I basically got paid to learn. There is a lot of uncertainty in this
Yeah.
field, especially my field, where you're an independent artist and your success completely relies on the mass.
Yeah. How you're received by
So
the audience.
yes. So when a group validation or a massive validation is basically equals your success, when, I never believe that, to be honest. I always believe that your skill should determine your success. But in my field, basically, a lot of people can also relate to this, personally, where a massive validation equals your success. So that's where I'm running towards. So that is uncertain to me.
Okay.
So uncertainty is not about choosing being a freelancer or working in a company. Uncertainty always comes in a place where you need validation from the masses, to increase your market value, so that your prices go up, your shows go up,
Yeah.
your basically your personality goes up digitally. For example, I am scared of heights. So on the whenever I just reach a point which is maximum in my head, for example, I see from the top, I feel like falling down.
You mean
கீழே
like
விழுந்தா எப்படி இருக்கும்?
physically a point, right? Not like the top of the like metaphorical ladder. You mean a literal ladder?
Yeah. I mean literally. For example, I trek a lot. So when I do that,
Oh.
when I reach the top of the mountain, I feel like, what if I just fall, man? What
Mm-hmm.
I just see like that. So this same thought comes to me when I'm on stage. For example, I need to jump into the audience. So
Mm-hmm.
people, so once I was discussing to my friends, saying that, I'm gonna do this. My friends told, bro, no, bro, what if people move around? You'll just fall flat.
Mm-hmm.
You'll break your bones. You'll
Nice
be very
friends you
awkward.
have.
Yeah, it'll be very awkward for you. What if you jump and everyone just moves away?
Mm-hmm.
You'll just land up very bad.
Crazy, yeah.
So, but I was always wanting to do it till now. I don't know when I'm gonna do it. So that
2025.
2025. So that risk-taking behavior is always instilled in me. Like, for example, what if I just jump from here? What if I just, do something crazy, something adventurous? So that risk-taking mentality, I don't know for other people, but for me, it's instilled in me that, I don't feel it as a risk. That I like the adrenaline rush, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So risk is not in the point, and
Mm-hmm.
uncertainty. I told you that it's always outside. It's never inside me.
Mm-hmm.
And So the first question is very simple for me, to be honest. I just moved to a career, or to a freelancing job, or me being an independent artist, in a leap of faith, with uncertainty, which is not in my control.
Mm-hmm. That's actually so nice because I also took a leap of faith into the uncertainty, but I wanted to have at least a bit of security, as you said, calculated risk. So I
Yes.
started freelancing simultaneously with my full-time job. And I left my full-time
Mm,
job only when I
mm,
matched the salary in my freelance career. So,
Yeah.
like how you left it with the confidence that, okay, I can wake up every single day and do it. This is what I'm passionate about. I left with the confidence that I'm not dependent on any clients. If I lose this set of clients, I'll get the next set of clients. I will keep getting a
True.
supply of clients. And the confidence on the I left my full-time job.
Very true.
So
Very true.
tell me another thing. The thing you're constantly saying is mass audience and a community of people around you. So it's not an independent thing you're doing. Even though you're calling yourself an independent artist, there's a lot of collaboration involved. And there's
Yeah.
this popular statement that there is no competition, there is only collaboration, which is the
Mm.
same for me as well. I market myself on LinkedIn, and that's where I get my clients from. I get it through referral programs. I have other designers, SEO people, all of these people working along with me. There's a lot of collaboration. I can't compete with them. So what does this look like for you, and do you agree with this statement?
Actually, a very important question, to be honest, because if collaboration didn't exist, I think I would not be doing what I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bold statement that I would say, because as I started the podcast, I have a lot of stuff to say about collaborating with people, collaborating with artists, and also collaborating uh, personally within yourself. I
Mm-hmm.
call that also a collaboration, because I have an artist name, I have a personal name. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not like a cool name that you keep to yourself. For example, Lil Pump is a rapper. There's a
Yeah.
rapper called Lil Pump. His personal name, even I do not know about it. But
Mm-hmm.
it is a persona. It is a
Yeah.
collaboration that he's doing within himself to bring that
Mm-hmm.
product out.
Mm-hmm.
So, so for example, someone like Vikram should bring an artist out. I can't be like this on stage.
Your
I
alter
need another
ego.
persona. Sorry?
Your alter ego.
Yeah, and my alter ego, you can call it, you know, a stage name or whatever it is. But what I would say is it is basically collaborating yourself, like within yourself, and making yourself believe that you can be that person first.
Mm-hmm.
So first, that internal collaboration should happen between an artist, which happen inside me first.
Mm-hmm.
Then once you put out your stuff, once you start, first people will not come to you. People are not ready to collaborate, I'll tell you that, until you have a certain level of skill, or you have money, or whatever it is. So we have to be very logical here. We can't say like, I like collaboration, I like people, working with people, like I ask a favor and people do it. It's not that simple, right? You know it.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a certain level of, hustle that happens before that.
Mm-hmm.
So that hustle will only happen if there's an internal collaboration within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So once you start understanding about yourself more, and once you start, committing to yourself that you can be that person, slowly the right people will fall into your place. So that right people are the right collaborators, is what I will say. And the right people are not your right friends.
Mm-hmm.
Collaborators are completely different from friends.
Mm-hmm.
Collaborators can be friends, but friends can't be collaborators. There's one term
Yeah.
like that. and
Yeah.
and it's vice versa, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't go look for a friend and have a collaboration there. I don't think it works. For me, it
Mm-hmm.
didn't.
Mm-hmm.
For some people, it might, but I don't know about the long term vision. But for a long term vision, to have a collaborator, you need to give him something and you need to get something from him.
Mm-hmm.
So people don't see this fact of giving something. They always, think about, what am I going to get from this person? Now, a video I have this video ready. I want an editor.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lyrics for this song. I have a good tune for this song. I need someone to produce this music.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this show coming up in Bangalore that I want to perform. I want a costume designer. So the want always comes first.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that's a great collaborating formula.
Mm-hmm.
So when you put, what can I give first? For example,
Mm-hmm.
um, Kachi Sera is a beautiful song right now, which is running in the market. Asa Kuda is a beautiful song. So if I can match something, I'm not saying, for example, I'm competing with him. I'm saying, in my thought process, if I can give a song like that,
Mm-hmm.
any music producer would be ready to work with me, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For example, this guy has the next hit. I need to go to him.
Hmm.
Tomorrow, if this guy becomes famous, he'll
Hmm.
go have a lot of people in his life that I can't go and get introduced to him saying, hi, I'm this, I'm that. So right now I have this leverage to go and talk to him. Let me go and talk to him and introduce myself as a fashion designer and start, doing his costumes. For example, I have a tune and I know that this genre is not there, and I go and basically tell it to someone saying that, dude, I have this particular thing, and suggest me someone who can do it. I just go randomly and ask someone to suggest someone to do a thing that he can do.
Hmm. Hmm.
If he really wants to do it, he himself can say, bro, I can do this.
Hmm. Hmm.
So you always ask your collaborators, can you suggest me someone else? This is another formula that I derived basically in my life. If
Hmm.
you go and ask a favor, people will always, you know, um, ask you back, what can you give? Something
Hmm.
like that. They will
What's in
just
it for me?
reverse, yeah, what's in for me.
Hmm.
So if you can show a fruit saying that this fruit is so sweet,
Hmm.
he'll ask for more,
Hmm. Hmm.
or he'll start buying from you.
Hmm.
So this is a business that you're doing here. This is not some friendship that you're developing. So
Hmm.
these kinds of collaborations will work because in friends you can't be cutthroat.
Hmm.
With friends you can't be non-emotional or something like that. You always
Yeah.
have that emotional connect of friendship with them. But with collaborators, you shouldn't have it, because I've tried a lot of friendship collaborations which have not worked. It's a project basis, to be honest. You need to start collaborating with a lot of people. You can't rely on just one person. It works
Hmm.
for a few people. For example, someone like Karthik Subraj is uh, traveled with the same team all along, mostly
Hmm.
more or less the same team.
Hmm.
So someone like Vetrimaran always uses the same actors in his movies. For example, he likes going with the same team.
Hmm. Hmm.
For me, it doesn't work like that. So I need to
Okay.
collaborate one project. For
Hmm.
example, I take this song which has a lot of folk music. I
Hmm.
go and find a music producer who can be good at folk music.
Hmm. Hmm.
I can go and find an audio engineer who can mix good folk songs.
Hmm.
So I need to be very precise. So this is where friendship doesn't come in.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I know this music producer. He does all my stuff. அப்படின்னு இல்லாம
Hmm.
அந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட்டுக்கு என்ன தேவை? What does this
Right.
particular project need?
Hmm.
So specific collaboration,
Hmm.
approaching the right way,
Hmm.
and always joining hands with the right expertise.
Hmm.
எனக்கு போட்டோவும் எடுக்க தெரியும், நான் எடிட்டும் பண்ணுவேன் அப்படின்னு
Hmm.
நிறைய பேர் இருக்காங்க. Like I
Hmm.
can also click pictures, but I can also edit. So
Yeah.
which is your expertise? Is
Hmm.
clicking pictures your expertise or editing? So what people will basically, even I was doing this mistake. I can go to this guy can click pictures and also edit and give it and send it to me.
Hmm.
So that's my work. My work gets very easier. So I go to him.
So you
But
don't
I
want a
don't.
jack of all trades. You want a master of one, like a
Yes,
specialist you
yes,
want.
yes, and expertise in that particular domain that I'm really wanting to concentrate. So all these
Hmm.
things I basically learned in this past year only.
Hmm.
I was doing a lot of mistakes before it. My favorite rapper, Russ, does is he produces the beat, he writes lyrics for his songs, he raps, he mixes, he masters, he uploads the track, and he also markets the track. He never goes to a label. So
Hmm.
this entire pipeline is being handled by one person,
Hmm.
one sole like what do you say?
One
It's
man
very
show.
impossible. Yeah,
Hmm.
one man show. It's very impossible to do that in my perspective. I
Hmm.
can't do it.
Hmm.
I really can't do all these things. But this guy can do it. If it's a collaboration, it's good for him, but he doesn't need it.
Hmm.
Someone like me, I would need collaborations to
Hmm.
make this move quicker.
Hmm.
I could justify my answers by saying that I'm from India, I'm from Chennai, I've been brought up with this mindset. So I've already wasted 18 years of my life living
Hmm.
someone else's dream,
Hmm.
living a very matrix kind of ecosystem all this while. Whereas he didn't have it, he started way young. He started in 13, 14. He was in a basement just doing music. That's all. No school, no proper college. His mom, dad, they were just chill about it. So there is a lot of elements which come into a play where someone like Russ can do without a collaborating effort, whereas someone like me would always need a collaborating effort. And I like
For
teamwork.
sure.
I like to be in a team. A collaborator who's not your friend believes in your vision.
Mm-hmm.
You believe in it more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, you told you have an editor to edit your podcast, right?
Yeah.
So once you finish a podcast and once you send it to him, he sits on your vision. இது எப்படி உன்னை பெட்டரா பண்ணலாம்? How can I make this better? Okay, there's a lag here, there's a cut here. He enjoys your vision more, right? And sends to you back. So your vision just doubles there.
Yeah.
Your ambition doubles there. Your drive doubles there. Because if there is no drive, you will not be doing another podcast at all. Shortcast, sorry. So
That's very true.
So right collaborations gives you the right drive. Wrong collaborations gives you basically no drive. You will not want to pursue something.
Let's call this section a shout out to freelancers. I want you to give a shout out to one person or a group of people, your entire team, anybody. Just give a shout out to people who you're grateful for, who you want to bring into the spotlight.
Person is there's this beat producer called Varun that I want to give a shout out to, because recently we won an award in a competition called the IFP. And we went to Mumbai together, and we received the award from rapper Arivu, and basically my basic inspiration from the Indian film. Yeah, my basic inspiration from the Indian music industry is Mr. Sushin Sham. And he's a kick-ass music producer. And after I watched Avesham, I was like, who is this guy? Because I already watched his previous work, like Manjumil Boys and all these movies. I watched this work, and this was completely out of the box. It was very commercial, at the same time very underground and also electronic. So this fusion of a lot of sound elements into commercial music excited me a lot. After coming out of the movie theater, I was just telling my friends that I'm meeting Fushin Sham this year. This is what I told them. I told them I'm gonna. Yes, I told them after the movie. I basically told this year. I don't know when it's gonna happen, because basically we throw out a lot of affirmations saying that I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, putting it out to the universe and say, and really, waiting for it to happen, or already we feel that it has happened already. That rush is there. After the movie, I just come out and tell my friends that I'm going to meet this person. I want to meet Sushin Sham. So that was a very incredible moment in my life where that happened very quickly. I get to perform in front of him. For example, a quick 30 seconds that I could perform, and he enjoyed a lot. Then I get to have a conversation with him at the end of the event. And it was basically a recent manifestation I did. And that manifestation was possible because of this person called Varun, who produced the beat for that particular track. And he also collaborated with the guy called Abhishek. He also did additional programming for the track, Abhishek Solomon. So shout out to Varun and Abhishek Solomon. Awesome. So recently they're there in my head.
Okay.
So I asked, so I was very, I was like, do I go and ask him if he want to work at this time? His dad just passed away, and it's hardly a week or something. So I basically tell him, bro, there is a competition where Sushin Sham is going to be the judge. And if, basically I can win this competition, I can get to meet him one-on-one. I can get an award from him. I can also have a mentoring session with him.
Awesome.
Again, what can you give here? I put that first. Bro, எனக்கு ஒரு பீட் வேணும், எனக்கு ஒரு சாங் ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணி தரீங்களா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு I could tell all these things. Or I don't even have to tell all these things. Since I was very confident that this time I really want to win, and I'm going to win, I tell him, bro, this is the scene, this is the scenario. But right now your situation is like this. Do you have someone in your mind who can come up, work with me, and submit this track? This is what I asked. He told me, bro, I know this guy called Abhishek. I do not know whether he'll be up for working. I'll talk to him once, share your number to him, then we can see where this goes, bro. But I'm sad that I can't work on this. He told me this. I told him, bro, chill out. This is not the time to work.
Yeah.
So the competition is in a week, but the topic comes out in one day. For example, in 24 hours before the competition, the topic comes out. It's a 50-hour music contest. So beginning of the 50 hour, the topic comes out. So that 2 days will be the work. So before that, I talked to Abhishek. Abhishek is ready to work, and we go all this. Correctly, in that 2 days, Varun was ready to work. He was like, bro, come on. Okay, fine. Let me hop into this. So I think this collaboration happened very recently, and I want to give shout out to both these amazing, talented music producers, Varun and Abhishek Solomon, who have a lot of potential in breaking the underground scene, and also have a lot of depth in the commercial music. So shout out to them first. And the second shout out I want to give is to my MC, to my rapper who's starring my, basically, who always shares his stage with me and I share my stage with him. It's D-Boy. Is an amazing talented rapper, solely say rapper, which I, adore in his lyricism. He's too good in his lyrics. So I learn a lot from his lyrics. So he's always willing to collaborate with me, and I'm willing to collaborate with him. Ringara Studios for, collaborating all my music recordings recently that I've recorded everything there in Ringara. They have great equipments so that I can go there and, it's not like your first start starts now. For example, you get into a recording studio, and what happens is basically you pay for an hour, or you pay for 2 hours, you pay for 3 hours. So when you enter into the booth, your hour counts. So basically, when I go into Ringara, I go chill out for some time, talk for some time, go into the studio, check the mics, see which one works today, which one am I ready to go with today, and check with the sound engineer, take a demo, and that time they'll start the count. It doesn't happen for everyone, but they do it for me. So it's a grateful moment that I'm collaborating with them, because they give me this leverage. Thank you, Ringara Studio. Ashwin owns that studio, so shout out to Ashwin. And also a lot of audio engineers by my side also work with. There's this DOP called Soma that have worked with me for a long time till now. He identified this rap skill in me. Even before that, I thought I can make a career out of it. My dad, who's not here today, but he's obviously the first person that I would be very grateful for, because he instilled this mindset in me. And today, seeing me, like the things that I'm doing, he'll be really happy if he's around, because he really believed in me before I did. This basic freelancing thing that I can do. For example, I can do whatever I like. I can do what I love. This basic mentality came from my dad. And also shout out to my brother who's there with me, because it's very personal. First, I always get into the first circle in my life, which is my dad, my mom, my brother, my dog, and all these people. So shout out to all of them, because they play a very bigger role in me being a freelancer. That's the right word to say. So today I'm grateful because of the inner circle that I have, my friends, Gideon, John, Shivani, a lot of people, man. Right now, I'm buzzing with a lot of names. I go into a common group where I meet nearly 10 to 12 people every single day. Like, for example, someone like Bala, Jehan, Uday, Rahul, Niranjan, and all these people, Sadek, and all these people, I really meet them every single day. For example, nearly every single day, weekly, I meet them at least 6-7 times, which is nearly every single day, right? So these people are always revolving around my life. So inner circle first, then comes the secondary circle. And there is also another circle that I don't meet at all. For example, someone like Jay, I would like to give him a shout out, because he shaped me when I was in my college. So today I'm here doing something, but in my college, I was not doing that thing. But the mindset that I developed there when I was traveling with him led me here. So I need to be grateful for him. But he's in my outer circle right now. I didn't meet him for nearly 3-4 years. Really mean the world to me, because me being an artist, me being a freelancer never matters to them.
Hmm.
All they want is just my company to have a good time. If there's
Awesome.
any problem, they'll be there. So shout out to all these people in my life.
Phew, that was like my heart is so full right now, though I have no idea who these people are. I feel so content hearing all these names that you're surrounded by such a community of people who are tirelessly working to support you and keep pushing you higher and higher. And when you have
Yes.
support like this, obviously you will get successful because so many people are rooting
Yes.
for you. I mean, even these
Yes.
people who are your friends, who even if nobody else comes to your concerts, these guys will be there for sure. So they are the people you can
100%.
always
They,
count
they'll
on. So,
they'll be in the first row.
oh, that's really sweet. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm so happy, genuinely happy that you're surrounded by such people. And speaking
Yeah.
of your mentor, actually, the next question was based on that. We are talking about collaboration, but mentorship is equally important. How important is mentorship for your music industry?
Yeah. This guy called Sridhar, no? I meet him, often, very often. But right now we just, uh, you know, talk on calls and we basically text a
Mm-hmm.
lot. But before it was meeting, physical meeting that time. So
Mm-hmm.
that time he shaped me into a person um, after success. Like mentor in my life, appeared when he told me about you're already a successful person. So let's talk about what you're gonna do after your success.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how he taught me things. Like for example, all the things he taught me was basically money, power, and lifestyle. So whatever he taught basically had money, power, and lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me not to pursue all these three things.
Mm-hmm.
He told me if you get one thing, the remaining two things will follow. For example, you have a lot of money, there'll be power, and there'll be a lifestyle which is going to come. That lifestyle can include relationships, can include alcohol, drugs, can include unhealthy habits, it can include a lot of traveling, can include, whatever brands you wear, whatever it is, the lifestyle that you carry, your routine, your lifestyle, how you want to live your life, basically. For example, for a rapper, you want to live a very flashy lifestyle, right? Very flashy lifestyle. You don't dream about cars or bikes, you dream about planes or ships. With that lifestyle, for sure, if I'm living that lifestyle, I should be having that money and I'll always be famous, right? So power and money will come with that lifestyle. Okay, fine, I don't have the lifestyle today. I get 10 crore rupees or 100 crore rupees, for example, today.
Mm-hmm.
I have the money. I will create that power,
Mm-hmm.
which is the hit that I want. For example, I go to a label, start producing into a larger scale, make a music video. For example, I put a lot of money into my music video, put a lot of money into marketing, and do all these kinds of stuff to get the fame I want, which is the power that I'm talking about here.
Mm.
So I am looking for power right now, right? I want my songs to blow up.
Yeah.
I want to do something that the mass can be, hearing that and enjoying it. So that's looking for power there. So through power comes
Mm.
money and also the lifestyle. So he tells me all these three things will not matter at all.
Mm.
Like, for example, you doing this short pod, you have your own reasons for it, right?
Mm.
But you can easily fit in these three things into that particular reason that you have.
Mm.
So whatever I did, he started putting into these three baskets:
Mm.
money, power, and lifestyle. You're looking for this lifestyle, bro. You're just looking money here. No, you just want power here.
Mm.
So these three things became very common for me, and I had my awareness on all these three things. Am I looking for money here, or am I looking for power here, or am I looking for lifestyle here?
Mm.
So if I can do something which is not gonna sit in this basket, then I'm doing something out of the box.
Right.
So whatever I do, for example, I release a song today, I don't have an expectation that it will go viral.
Mm.
This is the stoic mentality that I like, that which he taught me before I knew about stoic philosophies.
Mm-hmm.
So am I looking for power here? Am I validating here? Am I looking for validation here? Or I want to blow up this particular track so that I can get paid more? Am I looking for money here? Or am I into that flashy stuff where I go perform, I start releasing these songs so that I can date a cool chick, or I can have this lifestyle. I can go purchase whatever. I don't want to look into my bank balance. I can just go shopping and get whatever I want. Am I looking into that lifestyle? So
Mm-hmm.
whatever I do, I started segregating out from money, power, and lifestyle. So I started doing things out of compassion. I started doing things out of empathy. I started doing things out of pure art from there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what happened was success didn't come.
Mm.
It I was slowly growing, that I could see. And
Right.
number two, I was very happy.
Mm.
So this mentor made me really happy.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm happy, I'll do things I love. And
Mm-hmm.
if I start doing things I love for a long period of time, obviously I'll get money, power, and lifestyle. That's all these three things are a byproduct. So don't go behind it. If it comes behind you, take it. But it doesn't have to come behind you, is what he says. So all my friends, I take something from them. And my all my good friends are my mentors, to be honest here.
So you have
Like
an
for example,
official
I've taken,
mentor and all these unofficial ones as well.
yeah, official, unofficial, degrades a little bit, but I would say
Okay.
all these guys are my mentors.
Personal
Sridhar,
and professional.
yes,
Hmm.
yes. I've taken things from you also.
What have you name one thing you took from me other than book recommendations?
No, no. Yeah. So you were handling a very serious client, right? And that particular client, was very serious. Everyone was complaining about that client.
Okay.
So it was the month beginning, and it was client shuffling day, and everyone was praying. Everyone was praying that I don't get this client.
Oh, I know which client you mean because until I left the company, this client didn't leave me. Now I understand why.
So it was like I was very scared. What if because Yuvraj sir was very angry at me at that time, and I thought he would basically pull me into this client zone, or put me through a test. So very scared, and everyone were telling me, "Ivan மட்டும் வந்துடக்கூடாது, இவன் மட்டும் வந்துடக்கூடாது. This guy should not come to me." And you were already handling that client for a long time,
1.5 years.
1.5 years, right? So that particular month, again, it was in your table, and you just didn't care at all. You were like, okay, okay, and just went away,
Because
right?
nothing changed,
So,
right? I mean, if it had
so
left
nothing.
me, I would have
So,
jumped.
so I was like, damn, everyone's scared of this client. Everyone, are asking for an alternative, because we were talking about client changes to people. இவருக்கு யாரை கொடுக்கலாம், அவருக்கு யாரை கொடுக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ரொம்ப நாளா இவங்களை ஹேண்டில் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கிறாங்களே. So there was this thought where the manager had, she's handling this client for a long time. Let's shuffle and see if someone else can make some changes there.
Right.
But no one was willing to do it. And if someone like you can do this, like out of, you didn't even think twice. You're like, okay, fine, and you left. I was like, you need to really have tough clients, and you have to be very chill, saying that, okay, let's
Thank
go and
you.
do it.
Thank
So
you
this is
so
one
much.
thing I learned from you.
Wow, I didn't expect you to actually pull out something on the spot,
No,
but thank you
I
so
just
much.
remembered it right now. Situation will be very hard to convince someone. The other guy will be very egoistic, and he'll be blasting me on call, for getting some work, or giving me tight deadlines.
Mm-hmm.
So that time it reminds me of you. Like I'll be in the verge of quitting. For example, let's not do this project at all, man. This is
Mm-hmm.
too much headache to take. But that time, whatever you did reminds me, like where you're like, let's do it. Something like that. You just didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
So handling someone very tough, uh, you know, kind of excited me after seeing you that day. So that's one take from you that I will tell you right now.
Okay, wow. Thank you so much for that. My last question before I let you go. You are very firm about one thing that freelancers are not free. You told me you have had some projects where people say you're a freelancer, do it for free, or the work is
Yeah.
not specific, it's just given to you for the sake of it. So, what is your take on this? This has to change, but how serious do you think it is, and what are your 2 cents on it?
I'm going to be very quick on this topic where, I would say I would really mean that freelancers are not free. If you pay someone less, mark my words, you're going to get less work, less quality work. Paying less equals less quality work in my language, to be honest. For example, a mixing engineer is asking 20,000 rupees. I tell him, bro, 20,000 rupees? Come on, you deserve more, bro. I'll give you 25,000 rupees because I really can give you this stuff and I know that you can enhance this better. So this guy will be naturally motivated to do that work, right?
Mm.
And this guy, not because of the money, it's because of the trust that I'm telling him there.
Mm-hmm.
My work to be validated by the public. So let me do this first. So my deadlines will be good there. He's going to give me work faster. And number two is the quality of work. I can have a lot of iterations. I can tell I didn't like this, bro. I didn't like that. Can you change this? Can you change that? He'll be okay to do that. I don't think I can name drop this particular music composer. He's one of the biggest music composers in India. I had the privilege to meet him and also work with him. Work with him in the sense I was there in the studio when he was working on a project, so I get to see what's happening and get to learn. So this particular music composer is very famous in India. He has a mixing engineer and he has told that particular mixing engineer that you are also freelancing for other people and I will not stop it, but I am paying you a price. If any of these freelancers pay more than that, let me know because I want to double that. So in this way he makes him more, he makes him like a family there, and this guy will always stay loyal to that particular beat producer or that music composer and this guy is very huge that I'm talking about. So these people are having this mentality of paying someone, doubling their payment just because someone else is paying the same payment that he's doing. So what does this say in a subtext? Number one thing, it's not ego, basically. It's not that ego. It's basically, validating that particular guy. Your market value has, crossed this. So let me set a new market value for you. Number one. And number two, if he keeps doing that, he keeps getting the best work from this guy. Out of all the other people that he work with, he will always put more energy, more mind into that particular project that this guy is giving him.
That was a complete holistic podcast, not just about collaboration, but we have discussed so many different topics. So thank you so much for taking the time out. I don't know how much time it's been for the viewers, but personally for us, it's been 2.5 hours. So thank you for giving me so much of your time. Not oh damn, I mean, thank you for giving me so much time and for dissecting all of this in depth. I will leave all of Vikram's links in the description if you would like to get to know more about him, check out his work, and maybe even collaborate with him in the future. Thanks so much for watching this episode and make sure you stay tuned for the next one. Thank you, Vikram, for being a part of this.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Meenakshi.